The world has gone mad for the new 2018 MacBook Pros. In fact, every time lately I open YouTube, there is some other unboxing or review going on, and it also seems like there's some thermal throttling going on the i9 models, but we are not going to talk about that today. What we're going to talk about is what else can you get if you've got major gas and you do want a shiny new laptop, but you don't necessarily want to go with the Apple route and Mac OS, and you're getting a bit jealous of all the others getting their nice new laptops. Well, of course there's 1,000 Windows laptops out there, and I'm not going to discuss them all. I can only tell you what I use because that's what I have the most knowledge of. Now, I've been using the MSI Stealth Pro GS63, which isn't even this year's model. It's from last year, and I've been editing 4K video on it with zero problems. There's never been any stuttering whatsoever. There's never been any cooling or throttling issues. It has been as sweet as a nut. But how would it compare against all these shiny new Apple products? Well, at the moment, this is my exact spec that I have, which is the GTX 1050 Ti model, and it's currently selling for €1,249. But what is that in dollars, I hear you ask? Well, I'm glad you did, because it's $1,450. So what Mac, the new Mac that is, could you get with $1,450? And the answer is none of the new ones. So let's go with its closest competition here, which is this new one, and you're going to be looking at $1,799 for that. So let's select that one because that's its closest competitor. Right then, so specs wise, how are we going to be doing? Well, it's hard to compare apple and oranges, so let's just go for tried and tested, which is Geekbench, and I'll show you basically what I got. I got a single core score of 4,710 and a multi-core of 15,138. Now, there's a great video on YouTube by Apple Insider, and I will link that below, where they will show you the Geekbench scores of the MacBook in question, and that got 4,602 in single core, so a little bit less, but then 16,699 in multi-core, so a little bit more. What about the graphics though? Because for this price, my laptop does have a discrete graphics card and the Mac doesn't. So let's compare there. I got 87,249 and the Mac got 32,831. So obviously it got trounced, but that's to be expected. So what you're doing here is you're paying $1,450, which is less obviously than the $1,799. So it leaves you some money left over for software or some beers, depending on what kind of mood you're in. And it's going to be running Premiere Pro, possibly better because it's NVIDIA GeForce rather than AMD, but hey, horses for courses on that one. So what should you do? Well, these are close, but if you were to spend a little bit more cash, you could actually go up to this kind of level, 1070s and beyond, you know, and then your Windows MSI machine is going to be a lot more powerful than the Mac of similar money. Build quality and things, well, I've not had any problems, honestly. Is the keyboard on the Mac fixed? We hope so, but I've had no problems with any kind of build quality on this MSI machine. It's never shut down. It's never got crazy hot. It is all good. So, if you are more of a Windows guy, which is I am, because I do like the look and the style of the MacBooks, but not being able to just run Steam natively and games just by clicking on them and they just go, having to install Boot Camp or anything else. And I'm more Premiere Pro than Final Cut. But I would like a MacBook because it's all in the ecosystem. I have an iPad Pro, so there's nothing against Apple here. Yeah, it would be nice. These are more ugly, to be sure. These MSI laptops do not look as cool as the MacBooks. But when it's all said and done, you're trying to get your work done, I'll take this little beauty over the MacBook any day of the week. And as usual, guys, it's been emotional.